Oh, and welcome to Blades in the Dark special Christmas adventure.
Oh God, is it really?
No, it really isn't. It's just,
Are we all going to learn the meaning of Christmas?
we'll all learn the meaning of Christmas through.
Because my character will murder during Christmas.
Right, but that's not the true meaning of Christmas, though, is it?
You're going to be visited by 3 spirits.
That's really bad. I don't want to be visited by 3 spirits.
Yeah, that's not so great in this game.
You know what's really sad to me was earlier today I said, oh, this is my Christmas adventure, and yet I didn't once think of, you will be visited by 3 spirits, which would totally work in this game. So now I'm upset. This is over.
Just end it now.
I'm shutting it down.
That's right.
You missed the opportunity.
I did.
Don't bother anymore.
I feel like such a failure, even in my formal shorts. Okay, so we have a newish player who was there once.
We have a returning player.
A returning player who was there once
Sure.
and has no idea what's going on.
Nope.
So let's start with that scene.
Whee!
Hamish, you come back to the secret base after your. Where were you?
I got nicked by the police.
Okay.
After our first job, I went to the brothel to celebrate,
Mhm.
and the police picked me up for selling black tar heroin, something that my character has never done. I mean, I would, but I've never had access to it to sell it. So someone framed me.
What is that stuff called, Chris? It's not black tar heroin.
It's Black
In
Lotus.
fact,
Black Lotus.
Black Lotus.
Yeah. Okay.
They accused me of getting people to ride the Kraken.
Mhm. The
It's right,
Leviathan.
it's right the Leviathan.
Yeah.
Ride the Leviathan,
Yeah.
ride the Leviathan. And I have never done that. Again, because I've never had access to it.
Okay. So you just got out of prison, out of actually Iron Hook, I guess, since you've been gone
Yep.
for so long. When you come back after time away, you clear out all your stress.
Okay.
So you can do that. And then you arrive at the you make your way to the bakery headquarters.
Okay, it's not letting me click that last first stress bar for some reason.
So click the
Click
X.
off of it.
Click the X.
Or
Oh.
the
Yeah, you
That's
can
it.
click that little X and it'll clear the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Check. All right. Yeah, done.
So yeah, and it's a bakery shop. Since the last time you were here, they have actually put traps and things in all of the in the rooms. Not that you would necessarily see those when you come in. They wouldn't make very
No,
good
he-
traps if you could see them, but
No, I just get caught in them.
He's killed by traps entering.
Yep, I'm
right.
killed by traps.
Shing!
Completely anticlimactic return.
Well,
because we should have told him.
Hey guys! Oh!
It's okay. We've got an infirmary now.
Right, let's give him the infirmary.
that's right. So yeah, Edlund, you actually built some of these traps, and since we've got a lot of flour around, they're probably explosives
Mm-hmm.
because flour is flammable.
Why did this room just fill up with flour?
Right. What's oh, there's a spark in the corner. Oh God. Yep. So yeah, you might get like doused in flour when you come in. Until they recognize you and be like, oh,
Really?
whoops.
Just come into the actual bakery shop.
Yeah, well, I mean the actual
That's
bakery
not
shop.
a-
Any customer that comes in the bakery.
Right.
Just gets
Gets
blown
doused
up.
in flour? That's
Mhm.
weird.
No,
We're not
we're underneath it. You don't go to the main door.
Right.
That'll get you nicked.
No, going through the main door will get you, like a croissant or something.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll get you a
Right.
delightful
Well,
You can get a
pastry.
pie.
But it will also tell people that I'm back
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
without being weird about it.
Right.
So that's what I'm actually doing.
Hello, I would like to purchase one of your finest croissants.
Right.
I will eat it right over here in the park.
I will
Right.
take. I would purchase one of your finest, doughy, kind of undercooked, disturbing biscuits.
A disturbing biscuit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think he's talking to us anymore.
I don't think so.
I'm talking to you again now.
Okay. So yeah, Hamish is back. What do the rest of you do?
Who are you?
Look at him skeptically.
I eat my croissant on the bench across the street.
Hmm?
This
Well, I
croissant
will
is
check both
great.
ways and make sure that he's not like, the setup for a trap.
Right.
And then I will purchase a croissant and go over there and join him.
Okay.
So how's it going?
Timothy, I give you the secret hand bump design.
I'll
Fist
give him
bump, elbow
the secret
nudge.
bro fist.
Yeah. Could
Where
be
you
better.
been?
I got nicked.
Okay. Were you like working off the books or?
No. I was, I just went to the brothel after our last job, and the blue coat showed up and arrested me.
They say what for? I guess they don't really need a what for. They can just do that. But
Well, I mean, they charged me with selling Black Lotus, which I've never done.
hmm.
We've never done
Okay.
it either. We just poison people with it.
Yeah, we don't sell it.
Right.
That's
So
crazy.
that wasn't great. Been in there a few months, Mark?
No, not that long. It's actually probably only been like 2 or 3 weeks.
Been in a few weeks. Yeah.
I'm thinking. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Like downtime's kind of a nebulous, time. It's just between jobs. I'd probably say maybe a month or
Yeah.
probably about a month.
While you were in there, did you meet a guy named Harker?
Did I meet a guy named Harker?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question, actually. Why don't you make a fortune roll? Find out.
All right. Where do I roll that?
So it is on your character sheet.
Huh?
I don't actually remember where. Is make a fortune roll. Okay, it is below your friends. Just says roll fortune.
Yep. Roll fortune. Check. Number of dice.
2.
Any notes? No.
Yeah. Well, the note will just be, do you know Harker? You got a 6, so I'm going to say that yes, you did meet Harker inside.
Who's Harker?
Well, that is a great question. Who is Harker?
Harker is a buddy of mine. He's been in jail often enough that he just has a permanent residence there, but he knows everybody in the city. He's got contacts on top of contacts, so you might want to keep that line of communication open.
Yeah, Harker is actually Timothy's friend on the inside.
Oh, yeah. He helped me out.
Well, excellent.
So, what's been going on since I got picked up? Is everyone all right? Did they pick anyone else up?
Edlin spent a little time in the inside. Well, okay. He didn't spend time where you were hung out, but yeah, they kind of nabbed him for burning down the docks.
Lighting a
What?
wagon on fire.
Attempted arson. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we pissed off the newsies. We gained control of the dock workers, and we did something that upset the lamp blacks.
We stole their medical equipment.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, we didn't really steal. I mean, they helped us.
With amazing competence. I'm not sure how that happened so smoothly, but
They actually helped us load it.
they did. They helped us load their own stuff.
Nice.
It was
Well
great.
played.
Let's see. On the downside, we did get we went to work for one of the bigwigs over there in Whitecrest. Well, apparently he had pissed off some ambassador, and she laid a very, very nifty trap for him. And we walked right into that trap because he hired us to go steal some stuff.
That's what we get when we work for nobles. I spit on the ground.
But I'm thinking I can use some information I got from that to maybe diffuse the situation with the newsies. So I'm going to try to do that in a little while.
Well, that's good. No problems, no blowback from our first job? Nobody else got nicked? Nothing? All right.
Everything went swimmingly.
Well, someone framed me, and if it didn't have to do with our last job that I was present for, then I've got a physicker I've got to go see and perhaps kick his teeth in.
Sounds personal.
So, Edlin or Vaughn, did you want to?
I'm ready to go into downtime to do some healing.
Well, I just didn't know if you had anything you wanted to say to Hamish or not.
You look familiar. That's what I have to say.
Come here. Hold this organ where I finish a stitch.
Well, I do that, and I give Vaughn the secret, gang sign.
All right. Maybe you're not
a wiggle.
All right, so you guys finished a job last time to gain the infirmary. And we did all the heat and everything from that, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
I punch Hamish for leaving me alone to do all the freaking heavy lifting.
Well, I'm down to brawl. I'm always down to brawl.
No, we're gonna need more than one. Good. I'm glad to have someone else doing it.
So, Jim, if you go to your rules reference 2, you will see the section called downtime.
Okay.
That is what we are currently in. Everybody has 2 downtime actions. You can purchase more by spending coin.
Oh, good. Okay.
And you guys actually have a couple abilities that give you free downtime actions based on your upcoming jobs. So keep that in mind as well. But essentially, we just go around the room and everybody does 2 things that they want to do from that list.
All right, I'm gonna.
So I will not start with you since you haven't done it before.
Yes, give me a second.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, and I'm gonna read over this.
Okay. So Edlund. What's your first downtime action going to be?
I'm Edlin.
Yeah, you are. You are Edlund.
I'm going to heal.
Okay.
So we now actually get plus 1d to healing there. I get a plus 1d to healing myself. And that's based on Tinker, right?
I believe that is what the ability gives you. Yes. I believe it is Tinker.
Yes.
You're working on yourself though, so you lose a die. Is that what it was? You remember that?
No.
Okay.
I know that wasn't quite as good, but
yeah. Well, I've got the PDF. I will look. Whoa. Oh no, you take 2 stress when you heal yourself.
Seven, 8. So guess what I'm doing after this?
Probably gonna indulge that vice. Okay.
So I'm gonna heal myself.
Yep. So go ahead and make that roll.
What is its position and everything?
It's gonna be standard, or it's not what. Well, now I've forgotten the names of everything. Good Lord, it's not like I didn't just run this game like 2 weeks ago.
Risky, controlled, desperate, fortune roll.
No, it's controlled standard. That's what it is.
I get 2 extra dice.
From your infirmary and your special awesomeness.
What happened?
A 4 gives you 2 segments on your healing clock. What were you at?
1.
So now you've got 3?
Yes.
Do you have any coin to spend? Because you can bump that up.
Yeah, I need to get rid of this.
Okay, if you spend 1 coin, that'll bump it up to actually 3 segments. So you'll be good then.
Right? So that completely takes care of progression clock is done on that.
Okay.
So what does that actually get rid of?
That takes all of your harm down 1 level.
So my gut wound and mini stab wounds are now 1.
Yes, they will drop down to 1.
Good, because that's no longer a minus 1d.
Yep.
Okay, so my second one, I am going to get rid of stress.
Because you're an 8.
Yeah.
All right. So how are you going to do that?
There are bodies, there are people, there are knives.
Yes, that is true. You can totally experiment on things.
I get into my true love, biology, but
anatomy.
Well, if you want to click the good old indulge vice button.
No bonus.
So you would get a bonus if you involved a contact in this, a friend or a contact.
You mean like my Eckert, the corpse thief?
Well, yes, but I thought you were just staying at the baker shop with what you already had. But if you choose to go out, then yeah, you could definitely involve him. And then it'd be worth a bonus die.
What is the indulge vice based on?
It's based on your lowest attribute, which I believe for you is 0.
Yeah. So I have to.
You don't have to. You just roll 2 dice and take the lowest.
Yeah, I'll indulge. I'll use him.
Which could be good, depending on how much stress you have.
He's got 8, so it's probably not. He wants to roll that 6. Wow.
What'd you roll? Let's see. 1.
So the corpses just aren't doing it right now. I mean, they don't have good bodies right now. They're like too old. You know, everything's all dried up in there. You were really interested in like heart valves this time, but the heart valves are all dried up, and so you can't even see how they close properly. And it's just, yeah. You just walk away from the whole situation just frustrated.
This guy got stabbed in the heart.
Remember, you can spend money to take additional.
Hey, what do you need to do that?
For what?
Money?
To get extra.
Money? Coin?
Guess what I spent my money on?
To heal yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. You can also choose to spend reputation.
Yeah. No.
Do I have a reputation?
You don't have reputation. The gang
reputation.
has reputation. And it's basically the gang's experience points. So I don't know that you necessarily want to do that. But, you know, it's something you can think about. We'll go to Vaughn.
Vaughn is going to spend his first action healing.
Okay.
He's going to go to the infirmary and hope he leaves with all his organs.
The brand new infirmary. It's bright and shiny and only slightly covered in blood and effluvia.
And boxes of stuff that we stole from the other.
That's better than usual. I'll take it.
It's fully stocked.
Do I roll?
Because we
yeah, Edlin, you actually roll. Because I'm assuming you are doing the patching up. So 3 gives you 1 segment.
I just needed 2 segments.
So you can spend coin to up
damn
that.
It.
I am rolling 4 dice.
Yep.
I don't know that I have coin.
4 dice.
And you got 3 2s.
Yeah, I don't have any coin to up that. I spent all my coin upgrading the gang.
Okay.
I guess I'll spend my second downtime doing that too.
Okay. So Edlin, you want to make another perhaps better roll?
Well, it doesn't matter because you only got 1 more.
No,
right?
he
I
only
have one more.
Yeah,
now,
he only actually needs.
So I'm going to get the 6s now.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All 6s.
Yeah. There it
Yep.
is.
Yep. There it is.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, at least I'm healed now.
So does that get rid of all your wounds?
Yeah,
Okay.
they were both 1.
Okay. So yeah, you can still spend for additional actions if you want, but we'll go to
again. I spent all my coin, so
we'll go to Timothy.
I am going to engage in some long-term projects.
All right. Like what?
Well, the first one I want to do is talk to like one of the newsies that are running around and arrange a meeting with somebody from the Ink Rakes, a reporter.
What do you want to get out of that?
Okay, what I want to do is tell her about him, whatever, about the Red Sash, my theory that the Red Sash military is occupying Crowsfoot, and therefore they've actually got a Ruthian military actually in the city.
Okay, so what kind of long-term project would that be?
That is
Spread misinformation, or in this case, information.
Yeah, I think so. So
it's not really misinformation.
Mm-hmm.
I am under the assumption that it is a true statement. I'm thinking this is a precursor to either a political takeover or an outright invasion.
So I'm thinking that's an 8 clock because they are ink rakes and they will at least want some evidence to back up their claims.
That's why I'm giving them the information that I've got, but I fully expect them to actually engage in the investigation and start digging around.
Well, that's true. The issue is that they are not on friendly terms with you right now, and so they don't really have a good reason to listen to you. So you would have to go through some go-betweens.
Yeah, that's project number 2 and 3.
So that's why I'm saying it's an 8, just because it'll take a little bit of convincing to actually get them to go along with it and do their own investigation.
Okay.
But yeah, it would be feed information to the ink rakes, I guess would be the name.
8 o'clock. It's an 8 o'clock?
Yep.
Where do I... Oh, there it is. Clock name.
Yep.
Info to ink rakes.
How do I get to our gang's character sheet?
Go to...
Well, go over to the panel where all the character sheets are, and the gang sheet is listed there.
Yeah.
It says crew, right?
Yes.
But when I open it, it's like...
Oh, click the little button up at the top that says character.
Top right.
Top right, yep.
How do I determine...
crew? Or faction.
Okay,
Is there something I roll to find out how far along it is?
Yep. So that's up to you what skill you're actually using to do that.
Oh, and keep in mind that we have fine weapons now.
Which means what?
Which means that we're actually rolling even when we go against anyone.
I'm guessing sway.
I already had a fine weapon as part of my...
Well, all your weapons are fine now.
Nice.
I
had a fine weapon too, but it was pistols, so they don't exactly have multiple shots.
Right.
So it would make the most sense to me to do sway or consort, just sort of depending on what you're trying to, or how you're approaching it.
Okay.
How exactly are you approaching it?
Well, okay. I'm pretty sure that eventually they will dig up the information that they need to see that this is real, but I don't really want to, wait that amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to manufacture the information that they need, that they're trying to find, that will put them on the right trail.
Okay, so, that actually sounds more like Tinker, actually.
Actually, that's another long-term project that I'm going to be engaging with for my second action.
Which is what?
I'm going to set up a situation where it makes it look like Pendrin's about to be poisoned, which should coincide with the story that I give to the ink rakes.
Okay. It still sounds like Tinker, I think.
Okay. I can do that too.
My question with that is, though, Tinker specifically says tinker with mechanisms.
Yeah, so there's not really a great
Sway?
Wouldn't it be hunt?
It does say gather information.
Because that's gather information, and that's not what he's doing. He's feeding information. I was thinking Tinker just because that would be the modify equipment, or, such as...
How about survey? It does say gather information about opportunities or exploits.
And
he's giving them the situation to understand what's going on.
Or change attitudes or behavior.
Well,
that's sway.
That is kind of weird that all of them have multiple ratings, but except for Tinker specifically says just that. Mechanisms. It's kind of weird.
Huh. Well, I will leave it up to you, Timothy. What do you think you're doing?
I'm going to go with sway because that's my jam.
All right.
Change attitude, yeah.
Is this risky or controlled or?
It's going to be
desperate?
Controlled standard. It is downtime, and it's not like super scary.
How are you people rolling 4 dice?
Well, Edlin has like crazy bonuses to heal people. That's why.
What I mean is, Edlin's special ability gives him an extra die to heal people.
And then you've got the
2
infirmary
5s.
too, which bumps that up even more. All right, cool. So you got some 5s, which that's 2 segments on that clock.
Pow, pow.
Padow.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And of course, you have the option of spending money to improve that or to do it again.
Okay, so, my second, what I'm wondering is, when I do my second one, will that have an effect on the first clock?
No, it would. I mean, they would be separate clocks. Now, I mean, if they ticked off at the same, roughly the same time, then they could definitely interact.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not sure. Now, you could say your second action would be actually to add to this clock. It would just be using a different method to add to that clock. Just sort of depends on how you want to go with that.
I got to stick a couple more irons in the fire. So.
Okay. All right. So you are trying
multiple projects going on.
So you are trying to How would you phrase that one? Your second clock.
Oh, I need to meet with what's his name? I need to meet with Kess, the Chamberlain for Lord Pendrin, and debrief him on what happened in Lady Elstara's mansion.
Okay.
Residence.
Okay. Technically, you would have done that earlier because you went and did another job in between there, but that is totally fine. We will do that as a flashback. Right.
Okay.
That's not an issue. So in your debrief with him, you're going to be feeding him some information and that sort of stuff? Absolutely. Yeah. All right.
I'm going to let him know that, she set up a trap she started setting this trap up long before he actually made contact with us.
Mm-hmm.
So Pendrin has done something to tip his hand. And being as he has come out against her socially, that means she is probably going to try to remove him. So don't be surprised if something were to turn up in his kitchen that he might have an allergic reaction to.
Okay.
Insinuating that she is going to be, sending somebody to assassinate Pendrin.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So what would you name that clock then?
Let's see. I would set that one as I would set that one as Pendrin Assassination Feint.
Okay. Yeah. I think that works. Let's say that's probably an 8 o'clock too, just because he is actually fairly well protected, and so there are a lot of avenues that you would have to account for.
Okay. Is that also a sway roll?
Yeah, since you were talking directly with Quest, that makes sense to me. If you can get any friends or contacts involved, you would get bonus dice, but I don't know that you can necessarily.
It would just be me and the crew, and I'm pretty much the talker.
Okay. So yeah, just be a regular.
If you need some information gathered, I'm your man. But
so it'd just be a regular sway roll, I guess.
Okay, I got a 4 and a 3.
Oh, that was your roll. Okay.
Yeah.
So that gives you, I think, the same. Yeah, 2 segments.
Okay.
Cool. All right, Hamish.
Yes, I have questions.
Yes.
Can I use this downtime to do things to improve the gang?
Not rules wise as far as like buy them abilities and things, but doing things like acquiring assets could be things that the gang needs. For instance, you could hire a crew of people, for your next job, or you could, arrange to have secret entrances to wherever you're going for your next job, or that sort of thing.
I just want us to have muscle because it sounds like that's been a problem.
Okay. So,
it really has.
So, I mean, that's my jam.
All right. So that would be acquiring.
I figure out if I could is that rooks? Is a cohort?
Well, that's a permanent. That takes experience.
Well, no. Okay, you can acquire temporary use of an asset, and that could be a cohort, an expert, or a gang. And that temporary use thing, that basically means one significant period of usage that makes sense. So if you wanted to hire them as guards, at your headquarters, at your lair, then that would cover until they actually needed to guard something, essentially. Gotcha. Until they were attacked, then they would probably leave after that. And then you could acquire them again, or you can make them permanent.
All right, that's what I'm doing. I'm just testing out some muscle for hire for the gang. I know where to go and find good muscle.
Not just that. We can use, the dock guys, so we can get our gangs even more intrigued.
That's where I was going anyway, because I'm going to find my muscle at my old broken union in the dock workers. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay, so.
So what action would that be?
So that's acquire asset.
Okay.
And when you acquire an asset, you roll the crew's tier, and that indicates the quality of the asset you get.
Okay.
So yes, you can. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that probably makes the most sense to go with the docks. Now, you can of course gain extra dice if you involve any of your friends or contacts. You probably do not know about this contact because you were not here, but it would make sense from your background that you would know of him.
Mm-hmm.
Chief Helker. He is running the gang's information network on the docks.
Oh, yeah. I know the chief.
So, yeah, you guys already have informants down at the docks.
Mm-hmm.
So it would make sense that you could go to him.
Yep.
And he would give you an extra die.
Nice. So what am I rolling?
So you're going to roll the gang's tier. And your tier now is 1. Is that right, Vaughn?
Yes.
So I just click on tier?
I think there is a tier button, yes.
Yep.
Sweet.
I get 1 bonus die. And if I push myself?
No. And in downtime, you can't
okay.
do that. It's normally just friends or contacts that give bonus dice.
Okay. Got a 4.
Okay. So that gives you a gang equal to a cohort equal to your tier.
But I could spend coin to bump that up.
You could. I might suggest it because so far all of your enemies are tier 2.
Right. So I am going to do that. I'm actually going to spend all 4 of my coin.
So I wouldn't do that.
Why?
Just because you want it for other things. But
okay, I'm just trying to figure out.
But I will also say each to go up.
One reason.
To go up to tier 2, it would cost you 1 coin. To go up to tier 3, it would cost you 2 coin.
But beyond that, you're the only person with money in our gang right now.
That's the other reason.
Okay, so I'll go up to 3 by spending 2 coin.
Okay. So tier 3.
Muscle. Yeah.
Okay.
And what I did is a bunch of them, my old union dock workers are making money now, fighting in pits, doing fighting rings. And so I just hired a bunch of them.
So they actually wouldn't be tier 3. They wouldn't be good enough for that.
Okay. So they'd have to be something better than that. Okay.
So tier 3 is like a rival dueling school to the Red Sashes, perhaps.
Okay.
Or
they're like tier 2, so.
Or I would also maybe say a group of gangsters from the Hive would probably work for that.
Where's the Hive?
So they're an underworld organization. They're essentially like the mafia.
Okay.
So they are like above the petty concerns of the street. They run the whole town.
Okay.
Kind of thing. So either one of those would make sense. If you got other ideas, you could look at the actual faction sheet to see the tiers. Sort of what they would correspond with.
Let me do that really quick. Is that on the...
It's on the it's on the crew sheet. If you click the button up at the top, the crew mode button.
Go to faction mode?
Yeah.
Okay. And so it'd have to come from 3.
It'd be tier
3?
It would be tier 3. Yeah. The Silver Nails actually would be another good choice because they're a mercenary company.
Are they associated with the docks in any way?
They're not associated with the docks, but it would be fairly easy for them to get contacts with the docks because they're actually foreigners as well, so they would have had to have come through the docks.
Okay. What about Lord Skurlock? Who's he?
Well, you
He's
can actually.
available. I would not.
Yeah,
I would not.
I was gonna
Sorry,
say you can
I
click
would not
the
deal with him.
little arrow thing too. Yeah, the Silver Nails are Severossi mercenaries, so that could make sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna hire some Silver Nails.
Okay. Cool.
So let me mark off my money. 2 money. Okay. Why isn't it doing that? I should have 2 money. Okay, check.
And yeah, if you just want to make a note on your character sheet, you've got an asset of a cohort of Silver Nails, and they are quality.
Should I write?
They're tier 3.
Should I write that on our gangs?
Yeah, it could either one, honestly, wherever you'll remember it.
Probably on the gangs. Because other people will be able to help remember then. So just in notes.
Yeah.
Cohort.
Yeah, and they're tier 3.
Silver Nails. Tier 3. Excuse me. Yep. Okay, that's my first action. They apparently needed muscle, so somebody needed to take care of that.
I needed to not be injured for the first time in 3 games.
And I will then do training, it looks like. Because I'm way behind everyone else.
Okay. Before you do that, the leader of the Silver Nails that you are working with, their captain, I guess, is named Stavral.
Spell that.
Stavral.
Stevarl. Okay.
That wasn't right, but close enough.
Well, spell it again.
Stavrl.
Okay.
He is being played this evening by James Purefoy. Yeah, and he is their captain, essentially. You've got, there's, I would say, with him included, there'd be about 5 of them that you could hire. They wear fancy armor, like kind of old-fashioned armor. They're actually sort of like cavalry back in the day.
Okay.
They don't necessarily have horses because they're in the city, but they're cavalrymen, essentially.
Okay.
And so they also...
Do they ride the finest of goats?
The finest of goats, yes.
It says they're renowned ghost hunters.
Yes, they are renowned ghost hunters, and that is because they wield silver lances that can actually harm ghosts.
Oh, cool.
Fancy.
Well, there we go.
Okay, let me see if this will let me do this. Nope, it will not, darn it.
What were you trying to...
Put a picture on there, but I can't put pictures on.
No, all you can do is send things to the chat that are already on the character sheet. Some games, they actually do have like picture slots that you can send to the chat, but this
I'd like to see
character
a
sheet
picture of this person.
Does not actually. James Purefoy?
No. So this isn't up anyone watching, but they're in our chat.
Oh,
well, I can't even see that, so...
That's true.
Is that you? Or is that... Wow.
So if people actually give me their actors, and I'm going to find some pictures.
I had my actor, but I don't remember who it is. Okay, check.
So yeah, the Silver Nails will be happy to sit around and eat croissants all day while they...
Now here's the problem with you hiring them.
Guard this bakery.
Here's the problem with you hiring them instead of thugs. We go nowhere with them. We can't put them into our gang.
Yeah, we can. Mark just said.
Why could we do that? They're not part
I could eventually recruit them.
Yeah, you could recruit
as a cohort.
Right, hey, that gig sitting around eating croissants all day was pretty good, right?
Right. They're mercenaries. They will take out long-term contracts with you. I mean, you know.
I could eventually recruit them into the gang.
I don't trust them.
Well, I mean, they are foreigners. You can't trust foreigners. We all know that, Timothy.
Obviously.
You were wrong to trust me.
Right.
Okay,
and you said your second action was going to be to train?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm behind everyone quite a bit, so I want to take an experience here.
So, they have an ability, though, that you will want to keep track of. Someone tell me which one it is.
It is, if I can remember where my character sheet
Crew upgrade.
Yes.
I'm looking myself. Eventually. So they have the crew upgrade of prowess.
Uh-huh.
So that means you get 2 XP if you put it into prowess.
Right. Into a prowess skill.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I'll put it there then for sure. Okay.
Yeah. So you will get 2 XP in prowess for taking a train action.
Nice. All right. I'm going to save the rest of my money since it seems like everybody's poor and I don't really want to take it out of my retirement.
No, it's not cost effective.
No.
Okay, now if you look at my character sheet, you should see my picture.
I see you now.
I'm looking at the wrong character. Oh, yeah, there you are. Yeah.
I had a good person for an actor, but I don't remember who it is. Anyway.
So, there's one more.
One quick thing I wanted to do. Piker.
Yeah.
While you were in prison, as I stare at it suspiciously, did you talk to a blue coat named Bowman?
Bowman.
Did I know a Bowman? Shall I roll my fortune again?
So let me make sure who Bowman is.
He is the blue jacket that's looking for LaRose.
The blue coat. No, he wouldn't have.
Okay.
Nope.
No, he wouldn't have actually gone to the prison.
I look at him suspiciously.
Okay, I didn't notice this till just now, but it says upon each crew advance, each PC gets +2 stash.
Yes, that is true.
With +1 per tier. We should have like 6 more stash.
Pretty sure we accounted for it like the first and second time maybe.
Stash just means that's how much more you can put in, right?
No,
Not
stash is
full.
the bottom.
It's actual
bar.
stash.
Well, I know that, but is it actual money?
Yeah.
Not just, I thought it was the ability, we just had ability to put more.
No.
I definitely did not do that.
Stash is actually the money that you're saving for retirement.
On your personal character.
Yes.
Not on the...
Right.
I don't remember if I spent it before, so I'm going to put 2 because I know I didn't do it on the last one.
We have a lot of heat.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and nobody went out to get rid of it. It's a real shame.
Yeah. Well, of course, I rolled all 2s. I would have had another action to do that with. That was my plan, but...
Hey, why don't you use your healing to fix people?
Because that's not my job.
So, actually, Hamish.
Yeah.
There is one other thing that happens while you are out about in the docks gathering information. You need to make a prowl roll, a prowl action, to avoid the eyes of the ink rakes. If you look on the map, you can actually see that clock of ink rakes search.
Uh-huh.
That happened when the gang stole the ink rakes informants. So now
we also stole their maps in the very first adventure.
Did you steal their maps?
Yeah, we just said that's where we got them.
Yeah, that's where you got them. That's why they're your enemy in the first place. But then they decided to piss them off even more by stealing their informants. And so
hey, look, we decided to steal informants, and then we figured out it was the ink rakes.
Right. So the ink rakes have put all the newsies, all the newspaper boys out on the street, and they're looking for you. So basically, you need to avoid them. Now, they're not necessarily looking for you because they thought you were in jail necessarily. Sure. So I'm actually going to give you a bonus die on that.
Okay. And what's my position?
It's going to be controlled standard.
Or you can just shoot them in the face.
Standard. And bonus is?
Just a bonus die.
Okay. Got a 4.
Okay. So that will, I think that will, actually finish that clock off. So let me double check.
Why?
If it works like it did before, yeah.
Succeeded, right?
You did.
That don't matter. It just means you get less ticks on the pie.
It was already at 1, so it was pretty inevitable. Whoever made the next roll was probably going to complete it.
You needed a 6 to not complete it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But you were the only one that actually left the hideout.
I didn't know. I didn't know they were looking for us.
Right, right. So it makes total sense that you just were spotted.
It was probably me. I mean, I'm the one that met with an ink rake, so.
No, that's true too.
Damn it, Timothy.
Oops.
So yeah, the ink rakes have located your secret base. Your hidden lair.
Let's go kill them. They can't fight that well. They're newsies.
I mean, that's very true. So that's downtime. Except that we haven't figured out what your guys' next thing was you wanted to do. So does anybody want to have a discussion about that?
Yes.
So
you may proceed.
What should we do?
So I say we either go to the hagfish farm. Who's messing with the character sheet?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's me.
I was actually looking at the map.
Okay.
I say we either go for the hagfish farm, the drug den, or we just go make some goddamn money.
So you still have you still at least have one job that you know of.
Yeah, we have the Elder's mission still.
You've still got Elder Cardera's job where he wants you to convince some parishioners of his to not join the church and become hollows.
I want to talk to him about I know how to do that, but no, I'm sorry. I'm tired of doing stuff for other people.
I would like some money. I'm tired of being poor.
It's not for other people. It's for money.
It says we have 2 coin.
Which is nothing.
Yes.
Okay.
I want money.
It is nothing.
Bodies aren't free.
So
I mean, they
often are in our missions, really.
Yeah, they're kind of like a side product of most of our missions.
Edlin, babies don't cost you money; they make you money, especially the little white ones.
Little white ones. It's true.
I know how to deal with his one thing. In fact, I could go talk to him. I did actually been wanting to do that, but I keep on forgetting his name.
Oh, the Cordera. It's right on the crew sheet.
Boom. Anybody else want to throw in their 2 cents? Their 2 coin?
They're 2 coin.
I'd like to, wipe the red sashes off the face of the earth, but that should probably wait.
You see,
Guess what vengeance doesn't do?
pay bills.
It does if we
Buy
sell
bodies.
it does if we sell their stuff and take their loot.
Okay, well, you go do that.
You see, I'm trying to get the governor to come in and take them out.
That'd be fine
I
too.
will make sure to treat your body with the utmost care.
I believe that you believe that.
Oh, I don't believe that.
I don't either.
No.
Okay, so where are we getting this money from?
Well, we can,
Somebody getting robbed?
we are, by default, thieves. We can rob stuff.
So why don't we? Were you saying you want to go for the hagfish farm, or why don't we go for the loyal fence? And that gives us +2 coin from burglary or robbery.
Okay, I guess we could officially, but
Or the covert drops, really.
let's see. They're saying that's just taking territory. It's not actually doing other things.
Yeah,
It's just a precursor for money.
it doesn't put
Right,
money in
but-
your pocket. It just makes it easier to make money later.
Right,
Yeah.
but in the long run, that would be awesome.
What was the thing about turf? Why was that beneficial?
So
Turf lowers the amount of rep that you need to tier up.
it lowers the
Okay,
amount of
I gotcha.
experience points that you need.
You see how rep comes from one side and turf comes from the other. So it just
Yeah.
keeps lowering your cost.
Okay. I recommend we go for something that is not going to generate a whole lot of heat. Maybe even if we have to sacrifice a potentially bigger payoff.
I don't think we can
Because-
go over the heat we're at now.
Yeah.
So I think we can do whatever we want. The heat's going to be the same.
So there's no way to get less
Heat-
heat than the minimum is already too much.
Are we at minimum heat now?
Okay, you could take 4 more
We've
heat.
got like
before
5 heat.
before you gain a wanted
Okay.
level.
Okay.
Now, and the amount of heat depends on how well the job goes. 2 heat is when it's contained or standard exposure, and 4 heat is when it's loud and chaotic. So you could potentially keep it under.
We have done jobs under wraps.
Yeah.
It just isn't our favored
It just,
method.
if it gets loud, then yeah, you might actually end up with a wanted level, which could be bad for you.
Hey, Zoe.
So we don't want to go for the loyal fence or the covert drops. We actually want to do a job.
If we're going for any territory, I'd rather have the hagfish farm. But
I like
you
this
don't wanna make-
because
we are
money's
getting
good.
killed by heat.
Yeah.
But that's because it's not actually because of any reason.
It's because we didn't have like the downtime actions to
No.
get heat down.
No, right. You could get less heat if you didn't kill people on missions. Then you wouldn't need the hagfish farm.
Hmm.
That's silly.
I know.
What are you guys even talking about?
Right.
I mean, like, what does one thing have to do with the other?
Exactly. There's no
Completely
connection.
unrelated.
So I will go with whatever, you people say. I've been out for a while, so you have a better sense of what we need. But the additional money in the future sounds really appealing.
So, if you're looking for work, you do, of course, have the Elder Cardera thing. You could go to Quest to see if he has anything. You could potentially go to LaRose also to see if he has anything. Those are the 3 people that I can think of that would
If we're
probably
going to do
be,
the Elder Cardera thing,
be
I'd like to do
hiring you.
it pretty soon because that one's been sitting out there.
Yeah, they could actually end
I
up
wanna
going
talk
and
to him.
go do the thing. Anyway, you want to talk to him, Edlin?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's do that after the break. And we will
Alrighty.
pick up there and figure out what you want to do.
Sweet.
Okay.
That is sweet.